one ever told me how hard life would always be. No one ever told me that it would progressively get harder as I got older, or that it would be harder to cope with the more that I understood. And no matter how much I may have excelled in school, no one ever prepared me with enough structure to know how to manage my life or how to be successful at it. In a world that's a complete mess, how was I ever going to rise above it? Sometimes life changes so drastically that you start to lose control over your environment. Your sense of stability is rocked, and you find yourself in survival mode, struggling from one day to the next. Sometimes for so long that your days just start to blur together. Weeks and months just pass you by. I know what that's like. I know what it is to struggle so long that you lose yourself, that you begin to lose parts of your sanity, and your mental health becomes so disrupted by the chaos in your world that you're pouring from an empty cup. I know what it's like for your emotional pain to turn into physical pain, and for your head to feel so overwhelmed that your world starts to break down. For every time I had to run on fumes, I wished I would have instead had someone, anyone, who could have shared with me how to make it more manageable. But no one ever really showed me the way, and those giving advice never seemed to be following what they shared. Fight or flight. If ever there was a conscious choice, I was always a fighter. Being a fighter, I never backed down. I wasted energy in every direction but the right one. The one that would have helped me accomplish something, or at the very least, helped me feel more empowered and happy to be in my own skin. For so long, I wished someone would come save me. But eventually, I had to settle on being able to find the answers to save my damn self. As a fighter, I would have continued punching at the wind and exerting my energy in useless and ineffective ways. As a warrior, I have taught myself to pay attention and take note of all that's happening in my external reality so that I can figure out what I do have control over. I also know the importance of making peace with what I don't have control over so that it doesn't distract me or slow me down from what I need to do. I use my inner strength and the fire within to focus on what I am able to control, my routines, my actions, and my responses, which all help me navigate my internal reality. And I make sure to set attainable goals to keep me on track towards fulfilling my needs and satisfying enough of my desires that I'm able to refill my cup so that I may pour out of it again. But most importantly, I know to do the necessary patchwork on said cup so that what I'm filling it with doesn't just trickle out. Life doesn't get easier, but we can get better at it. We can get better prepared, better equipped, and better suited to get what we need. A fighter may not always be able to find the right person, so they become a warrior in order to become the right person. The next time you find yourself struggling, just do it like a warrior.